All right, we're late.
When you ask me, I get to practice my commercialing. You're supposed to talk in a commercial like you're talking to a good friend.
No, I'd be like, listen, girl. Girl. F-bombs all over the place.
Live from Hamilton Radio Studios from 206 to the 609 and beyond, it's WTF with Tracy and Friends. The most fun you can have on a Wednesday with your clothes on. Now, the 2023 nominee for Best Female Podcast Host, Tracy Brannigan.
Yay, round of applause. Good evening, little effers. Welcome back to WTF with Tracy and Friends. It is Wednesday, March 27th. How are you?
I am wonderful, and thank you, effers, for joining in and spending your Wednesday with us.
I'm Tracy Brannigan, and this is my co-host, Jason Marinko, bringing you lots of laughs for the evening. So, will it ever get warm? That's what I need to know. This dreadful weather, cold, rain, it's got to stop.
We need some consistency.
I thought April showers, but here it's March. Is this like record rainfall for March? Because it's been a lot.
And it rains on Wednesdays a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm sick of wet socks over here. I got to come here at night.
You need a spare pair in the car.
I do.
Next to your Pellegrino
socks.
bottle.
Yes, the Pellegrino bottle's a mainstay, and I need socks.
So before we went on air, I had my water that I think it's been in my car for like a week. I grabbed the wrong bottle. It definitely tastes not fresh. But you were telling me that it's bad to drink out of the plastic bottle.
I think it's a good estimate that if you've had the water in the car at varying temperatures, which we're talking about, it'd be like 90-degree water. It's been all kinds of things. Now, if it was in the glass bottle, maybe a little better, but...
So you're saying that the temperature differences makes it like leach chemicals out of the plastic?
I'm not saying it's going to put you down like the Black Plague, but you shouldn't do it all the time.
No, but hear me out, though. Doesn't a case of water sit, let's say, in a warehouse that's hot and then cold and, could be 100 degrees in the warehouse? Then on the truck, I mean, it's not climate controlled, I'm sure.
I once worked at the Acumed Pharmaceutical Company, and they had pallets of Flonase and whatever drugs you have to take now to keep yourself going.
Correct.
And it was always at a controlled climate.
But that's
traditionally,
drugs.
the warehouse is cooler to begin with.
That's drugs, but not
the Sam's Club warehouse.
No, not the bowl and basket spring water. I'm certain it's not climate controlled. Anyway,
it says nowhere on that bowl and basket information. Save in your car for 1 week and then drink.
Right.
Some things we got to figure out.
I don't know. I'll take my chances. I'll drink it. I'm living on the edge. But now, do you think water in a glass bottle tastes different?
I think it's much different. I think just the plastic of all things is not good for us.
Ooh, I just started getting like the water cooler thing with the hot and cold water.
Of course.
The spring water at home, but they're plastic bottles too.
I know, and I think about that too.
What's a girl to do?
Yeah, I mean, better to have water than without. But water sucks, and it really does. And I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
If water was so good, they wouldn't have been changing the recipe forever, right? Everything was water first. Water's just like,
Changing the recipe.
Water's good for people who had to drink milk at dinner.
That's
when they were kids, and water's like the wash down. I feel bad for you people. But you got to make yourself drink it, though.
What a racket with the dairy farmers, pushing milk, people drinking milk with dinner. That's disgusting.
So disgusting. You know how warm that milk gets, how fast? Disgusting.
But milk with dinner, milk is only good with cookies. Then that's it.
We agree on that because chocolate milk.
Cereal.
Chocolate milk.
From Halo Farm.
The best can drink that chocolate milk from Halo Farms in Trenton
I had
in
it
2 sippings of the
today.
half gallon.
I had it today.
You did?
It's sitting in my refrigerator right now. And I never drink milk or chocolate milk, but it was in there.
It's
it was
awesome.
so good.
Yes.
So good. If you are ever in the Trenton area, you must stop by Halo Farm. It's a micro dairy. It's probably the only micro dairy in the state, maybe?
And the most cost competitive, best tasting iced teas.
Oh, yeah. they're
I'll tell you,
iced
there's
tea.
people in the Trenton area, they have an orange drink there called Easy Aid.
Easy
Many
Aid.
people in our area prefer that over Gatorade. It's like the Gatorade.
Well, right. There's the Easy Aid, but then they also have the Orange Aid and the Grape Aid. This is
The
grape
grape.
nectar.
Yes, the nectars.
grape
Yes,
nectar.
yes.
But it's good they use just cane sugar. They don't use that high fructose corn syrup.
That's what
Their
it is.
milk has no hormones in it. It's not certified organic, but it's as close as you could get, I guess, without being organic.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway, hit it up if you're ever in
A
the
local
area.
treasury.
There's so many local treasures. But before we get into all of that, please like, subscribe, share, comment, do all the things. Help the algorithm. It really does work. I don't know exactly what it does, but it does help us. So
Yes, be engaging
Thank
as we
you.
engage with you. You know, I know you have to have something to say about the things we say on here. Speak up.
speak up. Now's your chance. And if you or somebody you know would like to be on the show, talk about your business, or just come hang out with us and talk our nonsense, give us an email. Send it to WTFlivepodcast@gmail.com or message us through any of our socials.
We'd love to have you.
Big announcement.
Uh-oh.
Huge announcement. Are you ready?
I'm always ready.
Can I get a drum roll?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, drum roll, please. The big announcement is that we will be moving our time slot. Okay, we're currently on at 7:30-ish because we're always late recently, but
Sorry.
we will be moving to the coveted 7 p.m. time slot. So next week, join us at 7
7 o'clock time slot.
sharp. Or you can see us anytime on our live gallery on YouTube. All right, let's get into it. New Jersey lottery. You heard the big news?
Somebody won.
Somebody won. Did you buy any tickets?
No, I create my own luck.
Okay. All right. Well, sucker. Because go buy your tickets because the winning $1.13 billion. That's right, billion with a B. That was a single winning ticket sold at the Saker ShopRite in Neptune, New Jersey. How about that?
I'm very impressed by how thorough you are that this was just today and you got all the facts. Good, well done. Well done.
Thank you.
Neptune, New Jersey.
I'm a serious journalist, Jason.
Yes, you are. You are. We talked about it last week, and I was informed that you have to disclose who you are in New Jersey.
Well, get this. There's a whole guide on the New Jersey Lottery website, a winner's guide. So if you were to win, they suggest you read this guide before calling and reporting your claim.
Okay.
And they said you should sign the ticket, make copies of both sides, put it in a safe place, and read this winner's guide. So you're welcome.
That's
So,
it, right?
Yeah. So I don't know.
How
I didn't
long
read
is the
guide.
winner's guide?
I haven't read it
Is
yet.
it like the iPhone disclaimer?
It
Like
might
500
be.
pages?
I don't know.
Right, you will read it.
I
You
will
don't care
read
how
it.
many pages
I will
if
read
you
it
win.
because I want to know when I win. I need to know what to do. So,
But you may not, I mean, from the consensus that I got earlier, you may not remain anonymous in our state. You have to be acknowledged.
but you know what? I'll just put it off. I'll have my attorneys put it off for so long that I won't have to disclose it for years. And by that time, everybody will forget about it because there will be a, $3 billion winner.
I'm
So-
sorry, dear. I believe you are at the behest of the Lottery Commission on that one. They are going to tell you when.
Are they? What if
Okay,
I don't
here-
come
that-
forward for like almost a year? My time,
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
my
You're just gonna
time
run
frame
around
is.
knowing you got $1 billion, just living normally
You're
for a
goddamn
year.
right I am. There will be signs, as we talked about last week. There will definitely be
The
signs.
panda bear
I
destroying
wa-
the office in the costume.
There will be
signs.
so many signs. The good news is, though, that the Powerball, that's still a big jackpot right now. That is at $865 million, and that goes off tonight. So get a ticket. It's $1 and a dream.
And best wishes from the lottery.
That's right, the commercial.
The grass.
Now, the other thing, like how they have the pick 6, the pick 4, all those things. So I think I'm going to start playing the pick 6 too. That's $30 million. That's jackpot.
That's not bad either.
Like, I don't want to be greedy. I'll take 50,000.
I figured this out once. I got a 2-column ledger, and you got the pick 3, the pick 4, cash 5, pick 6, Mega Millions, Powerball. Those are all weekly games. So I had a 2-column ledger, and I decided I'm going to play every single game every single day. Now, for things like the pick 3 and the pick 4, you have the midday and the evening, so you get 2 drawings a day on them. But they're only, I think, $1.50, $2, something like that. So I figured I was going to become a professional lottery player.
I love where this is going.
And I had the plus and the minus with what I put out and what I would win. But you made me remember this. It's not like you're just playing one game for the daily games. There's the multipliers. There's everything else that goes into it that are add-ons and everything, and it's a bit much. But you could feasibly play every single lottery game every week for in the neighborhood of $50 for a ticket for each one.
Now, let me ask you this. Did you have your certain numbers that you played, or would you go like with a quick pick?
No, because when you're doing that many tickets, every day, you just gotta you're just playing. Yeah. So I actually asked the man. I don't know if you remember Fred and Pete's Luncheonette in
Sure
Hamilton,
do.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
I was getting the lowdown before I got my ledger and everything, and I said to him, I said, there's no way I could play like tomorrow's game for the cash 5 or anything. He said, you could play any game you want.
Yeah,
You could play Saturday's ticket right now if you want. And I said, well, don't all these guys come in here to play the lottery every day? He said, buddy, you take a look around. Some of these guys, they ain't got no life. 6 o'clock, I got to throw them out of here. He
Yeah.
said they could play all week if they wanted. They don't have to come in and hang out.
Remember, they would all be sitting outside in the
Okay, I'm
chairs.
so
They'd
glad
be
you brought
lined
this up.
up outside.
Uh-huh.
All right. And like I would go to the bakery next door, and these like dirty old men would be like staring me up and down. It was so uncomfortable.
It's tremendous.
I would just wave, hi guys.
Yeah, you go. I would bring people there, and I went to the restroom, and I came back, and my friend said, I think there's something wrong, man. I said, what? And we're sitting at the stools area where the booths are behind. He goes, that guy that looks like a real old version of Joe Pesci keeps staring me down. I said, what guy? I looked at you. Oh, no, they do that to everybody. Don't worry. I said, it's
They're like,
normal.
what are you doing here? You're not a regular.
You're in the middle of their conversation. It's like their living
Exactly.
room. Yeah, but he said he's got to throw those guys out. They could play the lottery any day. So you could set your week's lotto's numbers like on autopilot if you wish. But I got to tell you, the guy running the machine, not the most pleasant fellow. And if I was going to enter into this
They
endeavor,
never are.
yeah, they're pissed off. Lottery people.
The lottery agents, right? Nobody's ever happy. Why? What's so hard about your
People
job?
are winning and not giving them a tip. That's what I'd venture to say.
Really?
Well, you're supposed to give like a percentage of, like football pools and things like that.
But at what threshold of winnings do you give a tip?
Maybe
for
you and I
lottery?
are coming across these miserable lottery men at a point where they know they've had a winner that day and they thought they'd get a tenner or something out of a couple hundred. And they're just like, what do you want? You look like you won't give me shit if
I
you
would
win.
definitely tip the lottery guy. And not
I
only
would
that,
too.
the establishment gets bonuses for, like, they get a commission for winning tickets.
Yes. But chances are the guy doing the ticket machine is not the owner.
Well,
The
you know
owner
what,
doesn't
honey,
wanna do
put
it.
a smile on your face when I'm giving you my numbers, and I'll give you a tip.
And best wishes from the lottery.
Right. But they're always like cranky and like can't be bothered. And I don't know, maybe it's because I'm not a pro. I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm, like, well,
Well,
questions.
But here's this now. The Wawa has the machine that you play yourself. The touch machine.
I didn't know that.
I won't do it. That's
Why?
too weird. It's just overwhelming to me to pick numbers and everything on the machine. I'll grab the scratchers off it.
Yeah, I didn't know you could
Yeah,
do like
that's-
like type your order in.
They were getting complaints about grouchy lottery men. They said we got to let these people get their own
Get their-
tickets. Yeah, but if you
Well-
think those people are breathing down your neck in the line, forget it. I ain't standing in that line.
Well, how about this? You can just buy lottery tickets on the app now.
Grimy.
Grimy. Is
And
that the name
we've
of the
been
app?
doing all this.
Is that the name of the app?
No.
Or is it
It's just, of
grimy?
course you can. Every other gambling you can
Ruben,
do
what's
is at your
the name
fingertips.
of the lottery ticket app?
It
Hold on
seems
1 second.
He told
our
us last time it
super
was a big
producer
jackpot.
is not being
And
so super right now. He's
Allie
chowing
ordered-
down and ignoring us.
Super inattentive.
I don't hear you.
Oh, there's the voice.
Last time it was a big jackpot, he told us, and Allie's been buying tickets-
Jackpot.
Oh, that's what it's called, jackpot.
Yep.
Jackpot.
Jack Pocket. Jack Pocket.
Oh, Jack Pocket.
Jack Pocket.
Yep. Jack Pocket.
Okay,
Yeah, see, I
Jack
was bringing it
Pocket.
up.
You heard it here
And can I
first.
play like lottery in Delaware if I wish to?
Yeah.
No, because you have to be in that state.
Oh, I thought you meant like no, not as a resident, but like
Like I could do the
Powerball.
simulcast and bet a horse race in Florida. Can I bet a lottery in?
Not in Delaware.
I think you have to be in that
Well,
state. Like,
I don't know. That's actually a good question.
I'm still contributing to the state lottery.
how?
TikTok, anybody on there know that? YouTube.
I don't know.
How are you contributing?
You know,
to
that's
the
a-
lottery?
that's a good
You're
question.
buying the ticket
For
from
Delaware,
their lottery.
but it's not helping New Jersey. New Jersey's like, I don't give a. New
yeah.
Jersey wants you to only buy their lottery tickets.
Yeah, but something like the Powerball's multi-state anyway.
But
Oh
it's a
yeah, the
multi-state.
Powerball you can buy anywhere.
You can buy your Powerball, your Mega Millions, but I don't think you could buy like a Delaware Pick Six.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
not sure.
It's a state thing, right? That's where all the state.
You know, I'm
money
gonna
comes from.
look that up.
Yes. Yeah.
Fine, that's a very good question.
No, you know Tracy's right because of course all the state's money comes from lottery mostly. So
What
they
do
couldn't
they
take the
really
loss.
do with it? What do they do with the state money? I mean, the lottery money.
Well, it's
I
supposed to
want
go to schools and senior citizens.
I'm thinking Matthew McConaughey and Wolf of Wall Street, cocaine and hookers, my friend.
That's probably more along the lines of actually what it is.
And the Powerball is 865 million.
865 million. It goes off tonight. Don't forget to get a ticket. It's all
that's
earn a
tonight?
dream, baby.
Tremendous
Tonight,
cream
yeah.
with
Oh.
$1 and a dream.
Tonight.
I didn't know that was tonight.
It was really $20 by the time. Because who's gonna play one thing of numbers? Nobody, right? Like,
Get a couple.
give
yeah.
me five. Give me 5 numbers, and then you add on all the bells and whistles. It's $20. That's all right.
I will say, I used to do a lottery. Well, I would get 100 tickets, and on each ticket you would get 10 numbers, 10 3-digit combinations, and you would pop open the card and it'd give you 3 numbers. And every Saturday, I would say go buy whatever the newspaper's pick 3 number was, and in those 10 numbers would be a combination, and sometimes the fucking people wouldn't buy all the tickets. So I get stuck with about 20 of them if I didn't sell them all. And having that many tickets week to week and realizing if you don't get the first through like 5th ticket, it's not going to come out. I have opened 40 tickets. It just seems like,
Really?
case in point, I did one for New Year's Eve. $10 special New Year's Eve game. So it was like $1,000. And if I lost, I would have had the unsold tickets and had to pay out whoever won. And I'm watching the movie The Roaring Twenties. Very first ticket I punched open, the number was 090. And the singer at the the speakeasy in the movie singing, "It Had to Be You." I was like, "You're damn right, you cheap bastards. You should have bought the rest of these tickets. I keep all the money." So, yeah. So I think the one number people, I mean, I get it. If they think, especially if you're playing numbers and that's your special number, that's good then.
So what happened to your career as a professional lottery player?
Oh, when I
You said you were going to make a career out of
the
it.
consistency of it, it's another job. It really,
Is it?
yeah, it's another job. I mean, you have to keep going and keep playing. It's like, and even though I could have done it for the whole week, you got that card that they keep up there in the New Jersey lottery slot.
No, I don't know.
It's the white card with all the number combinations.
Oh,
in it.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not going to fill that thing out. It looks like a Scantron test when you're
That's
in
right,
grade school.
that's right.
Yeah, I only really good lottery players know all that shit with the ticket and everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, you got to tell the guy.
Right,
I'm not filling
yeah.
out this ticket.
And that's
I don't
why
know
they're
what's on
mad. They're
there.
like, hey, you could just fill this out. Punch it through.
I always have questions.
So yeah, I mean, I didn't win any over the course of the month. I think I had a couple. And again, they were like, oh well, if you would have done the multiplier, this would have been a couple hundred here. But it's, it was too much.
You know what? I'm mad that I didn't do a bracket for basketball. It was such a busy week last week that I just forgot about it.
The March Madness.
Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't put a bracket in, and I'm so disappointed.
Yeah, the March Madness bracket is, for a good part of us, a reason to give a shit about something we normally would not.
Exactly.
So it's just, I one year I went into it so blind. I was just like, well, Duke's always there. There's Duke won, and I won the pull.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
I think that's the best thing to do. The best strategy, just going blind. You could look at the stats and
same ones win every year. Every
Depends.
couple Big Eight and
But there's
finals.
always like those crazy upsets, and see, I don't know.
But
the
that's only
difference.
going to be like one. And in the chances of the
is
people
it?
you're going against, are they going to ride that dark horse all the way to the final game? Usually not. They're going to get knocked off eventually.
Yeah, at some point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
But there's always a couple upsets in the beginning, and
Right. But Duke will still win. Or North Carolina, or just whomever is usually winning.
who's gonna win this year? Duke.
If like gun to my head, I'd go like, yeah, Duke probably. I don't know, Michigan. Are they good?
I have no idea.
I
have no skin in the game.
Yeah,
I
just-
don't give a shit.
We go by the number, the ranking, and what we have there. But I tell you, that was the crazy thing about COVID, that they had to cancel the tournament that year. They never haven't had the tournament. It just happens every year.
And that was the only
they
year they
did
canceled
not
it,
have
2020?
Yes, they
Okay.
did not have March Madness.
That's madness.
Yeah, that was madness. Yes, that was like, when I seen that, I'm like, oh, shit's bad. Shit's
Yeah,
bad
you
if they're not
know,
having.
shit is
Money is
bad.
on the line here for this big tournament.
Do they have Super Bowl? I feel like COVID 2020 was like 20 years ago. It feels so long ago. And it was such a time warp. Like
'Cause it
you
made
lost
us-
a whole 2-3 year period of your life.
Yes,
I feel like.
it made us stop. It
For a long
forced
time.
to stop to everything.
We'll talk about that another night because there's so much to talk about.
Special COVID
Yeah.
episode coming, retrospective.
Yeah, retrospective. of
COVID retrospective. What once was.
We can, at the anniversary edition. There's, so many weird things happened. But we're going to get to the question of the day. I don't know if anybody checked it out, but the question of the day was, when you have plans to go out to dinner, do you check the menu ahead of time? Do you go online to find the menu and decide what you want? Or do you just go rogue and make a decision on the spot? That always amazes me. Do you?
Do I?
Do you?
I'm a mess. And it depends on the levels of hunger, but normally I narrow it down to about 3 solid choices. And if they happen to ask me first, I'll say, you go ahead and order. And then
Are you always the last to order?
I told you the thing. I let the shot clock wind down, and it's like fire away. And once in a while, I come up with something wild. But I'm usually, like I said, I have a couple, mainstay selections. New place, like new Italian place, vodka rigatoni is my go-to. I'll always try a vodka rigatoni at a new place.
Yeah.
And if I like that, then I venture further. Used to be linguine and clams was my favorite to try.
Red or white?
Always the white.
Yes. Now, all right, how about when you like have it down to 2 or 3 things and then somebody else gets like what you wanted to get, but you got something else and theirs is better. Like, and you went with the poor choice. It's so disappointing, isn't it?
Yes, and you know, if I like what they have and they are really liking it better, I'll just take the switch. You know,
The switcheroo, yeah.
I'll tell you, my good buddy Mike Manchuano showed me this trick, and it's tremendous. Well, we don't order appetizers anymore. We go out to eat. Say it's Michelle and I. We're not going to get an appetizer. We're just going to get a third entree.
Third entree.
Mike's
I like
third
it.
entree plan is fantastic because why bother? And it's something you split that third entree because how much? I mean, just think about it. Your minimum appetizers restaurant $10-15, right?
Correct.
Let's get an entree for $3 more. Then you get all the shit it comes with, right?
Yeah.
You get the rolls or salad or soup. Yeah. So always the third entree.
See,
That is the way.
I'm opposite. My girlfriends and I, when we do like our girls' dinners, we'll do like 3, maybe 4 appetizers.
That's
and
cool,
then,
too. Yes.
And then an entree. And we just like graze. You know what I mean? And you're like a little bit of everything. Like we like the variety.
I'm trying to find people's responses because you did have this up here.
I did read some of the responses, and I will say most of them, I don't know if anybody said no. They just go rogue and on the spot. Most people are looking at the menu before they go. a lot
Looking
of
at
them said it
menus
depends.
online, it's too small.
It's too small, and nothing grinds my gears more than when you get there and the menu's different, completely different, because it's not
And
updated
you've
on
been
their damn
plotting.
website.
Yes,
And I
yep.
knew exactly what I wanted, and it's no longer on the menu. So that's really annoying. You got to watch out for that.
We went for dinner for my good friend Joe's 40th birthday to Del Fresco's in Philadelphia, and my friend Angelo said, "You going there? You ever been there?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "Better take out a pension loan before you go eat there." I thought he was kidding. Okay, delicious, tremendous, but yeah.
Was it worth it though? I mean, it's
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
famous. It's got
It's for a reason. Yes, it's that damn good.
It
was that
was?
damn good. I will say that. Yeah, yep.
Do you remember
Yeah, I
what
always
you
say
got?
food. You know, food's very good when you're smiling and on the point of laughing when you're eating it. How good this actually tastes. It's tremendous.
and nobody's talking.
Right? Yeah,
It's
everyone's just
silence.
like, "Is this good? Yeah, it's good, good."
So, what did you do for dinner tonight?
Oh, funny you should ask, Tracy. For dinner this evening, for an exciting night of WTF with Tracy and friends, I like to stop at Jeppy's Pizzeria on Whitehorse Avenue for Chambersburg and authentic Trenton-flavored gourmet pizza and Italian dishes. Jeppy's, a Trenton mainstay since 1994. Always my choice for dinner before WTF with Tracy and friends.
Every Wednesday, right?
Every
You're there
Wednesday tradition.
Wednesday?
This week, buffalo chicken salad with Jeppy's hot sauce on it.
That sounds really good.
Delicious.
And are you a blue cheese guy or a ranch guy with buffalo?
Either or is fine with me. The blue cheese is, I feel like that's more the celery thing when you have wings. So if given the choice, I'll go ranch. But the blue cheese is like, if you're real hungry, it's a heartier one. So yes.
Well, shout out to Jeppy's. We love Jeppy's.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Jep.
So what is, so you go there every week. What's your favorite thing that you've had? Your favorite thing on their menu that you've had?
Okay, the week before I had chicken parm, and it was such a delicious chicken parm that I brought it home, and there was so much ziti as the side. And Michelle she said, "Is this a dinner?" I said, "No, that's the other half of the chicken that I ate."
Wow.
So, Anthony, my friend that works there, I was talking to him, and he said, with the prices of food today, you're almost better eating out. He said, do you know what the fettuccine Alfredo sauce would be if you bought it? Do you know what this would be? He said, you get the onion. He says, you're going to get the ingredients. Now you got to go cook it all, too. You want to do that?
The time. Who's got
Yeah.
time? Who's got the time? Not me.
Yes. It was a good point he raised when he broke it down to me. Yep.
All right. Well, we're going to go check out Jeppy's. I heard they have an amazing, like, Trenton-style Italian hot dog.
Italian hot dog.
Somebody was just telling me about that.
Calzones. I've always loved the calzones over there. That has been one of my favorite things.
What's your calzone order?
Calzone, I'll tell you, I'll go pepperoni in the calzone. Sometimes I like the calzone cooked to where it's almost deep fried. So it's like almost a potato chip of pizza.
Panzerotti, as it's called in
Frickin'
South
panzerotti.
Jersey, right?
Yes,
Like
yes.
we don't have those around here, right? Do you know anywhere
Well,
around here?
I believe we're having the Italian festival again this year. I believe it's coming back
Okay.
to
To
the
Mercer
to
County
Mercer
Park?
Park. Yes,
Fantastic.
some vendors, but you're right, Trace. Not a normal thing that you will see on menus.
I had never heard of it until probably about 10 years ago in South Jersey, maybe longer than that. But
With that, I usually never use the marinara sauce for my calzone.
Yeah.
I just don't need it. But for the panzerotti or something like that, I like to dip it into the marinara. It's so good together.
yeah.
The flavor's wonderful. Yes.
Now, do you cook at home? Are you? No, I guess not. Don't spat your water at me.
I'm sorry. Somebody said to me, they're like, "Come on, you can't make your own tomato sauce." I could ride my bike 4 blocks to Porferio's on Anderson Street and get sauce 1,000 times better than anything I could begin to make. So I just never needed to.
It's really easy to make. It's so easy to make. You don't cook anything.
But will it be as good? I always have a problem with these people that are making their own ice cream at home and making their own bread. You think you got an angle on Ben and Jerry's here, buddy? They're going to do it better. What about the year for Christmas? Everyone was buying their own soda making machine. Jagoffs.
Yeah.
Jagoffs.
I got one.
Those.
I got one.
How much do you use the soda making machine?
I used it maybe 6 months, and then just the novelty wore off. It was a pain in the ass. You had to get the cartridges or the gas to
Cartridge? What
refill
CO2
it.
cartridges? Like?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I like sparkling water, like bubbly water.
Okay.
Even if it's just plain. But yeah, I mean, it just got to be a pain in the ass.
That's my parents bought. Remember the set it and forget it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, you
My
can do
sister
rotisserie chickens.
has one. She still uses it.
She's
to
setting
this
and
day.
forgetting to this day.
There's she always makes like a roast in it. That's the only thing she uses for, but she'll make a roast in that set.
At least she's used it. Let me tell you, they got it once. They used it. My mother couldn't stand how much of a mess it made, how much of a bitch it was to clean it.
Yeah.
She said we set it and we forgot it in the basement. Set it
I love
back in the
We
box.
set it and
Yeah.
forgot it. That
At
is the best.
kitchen inventions.
George Foreman grill. Remember that?
I'm in a 1-bedroom apartment with enough counter space that this book is right here, and my mom brings me like this waffle maker. I said, "What do you think I'm doing with this?
What am
I ain't got the
doing with
waffles. I don't have the bread. As long as I have stuff to drink, that's about all I have steadily."
this? That is so
Yeah,
funny.
I'm making no waffles or things. Come on.
So you don't cook? Okay.
I mean, if pressed to it, I can do it.
What do you have a specialty? You have like a special. Everybody's got like
You
one
should
dish
you
that they
you
make
should
really
be
good.
telling because I know you can cook.
Oh, I can
Yes.
cook my ass off. Yeah. I
What
can
is
cook.
your specialty?
Oh, I literally make award-winning meatballs. They have won awards. Award-winning.
How does this happen? Where you entered a contest?
It was actually a family contest, and we had people judge.
Blind
I-
blind judge. Nobody knows who's
Nobody
who's-
knew. No.
This is
Nobody
incredible.
knew whose meatballs they were. I, in fact, have a trophy, the golden ladle.
The golden ladle.
The golden
We got to work
ladle.
that into your intro.
No.
Not everyone
no,
can
no,
say that.
No.
The golden ladle
No.
for meatballs alone.
Yeah. Yep. Award-winning meatballs. That's right. I'll have to bring them in. Do you like meatballs?
I don't eat meatballs.
You don't eat meatballs?
Only sausage with my pasta.
You never had my meatballs.
And
They
that's-
are award-winning.
I
Ruben's vegetarian. All right. Forget it. I'm not bringing meatballs in.
yeah.
What?
No vegan made meatballs?
No. I don't even know what that is.
What else? Like, what do you do? Traditional spaghetti with marinara with your meatballs normally is the dish you would make?
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, they love the meatballs so much that they would rather just have meatballs.
Straight
and-
up, yeah.
Straight up. And they don't even like them in the gravy, just like right out of the pan. Like they love meatballs right out of the pan. They'll
That
eat those
good.
up. But yeah, usually I don't even have to make pasta or anything with it, macaroni. they'll just have like meatball sandwiches.
I'll tell you why I don't like the meatball. I once worked at Wawa. And
You can't compare.
I know, but you have to hear.
Okay.
When I worked at the Wawa, it wasn't like now where the Wawa employees like a short order cook for whatever the fuck you want. When I worked at Wawa, we made fucking lunch meat, we made hoagies, we made soup.
And you slice the meat.
You
to
slice the
order,
meat.
right?
Yes. Oh yeah. People could get their lunch, their liverwurst, that disgusting shit people eat.
Man, Wawa used to be really good.
Right. So they would get, but there was one hot sandwich you could get there, the meatball sub. And the meatballs were like this big, and people fucking loved them.
Ew.
And I'd have to get the foil, and they look like shit balls in the long classic thing. They look like you either got 10 or 12, 10 on the classic, 12 on the large, and it'd be like, you want 10 shit balls or 12 shit balls? And that's what it looked. And then it's like I got to take one layer of this sauce and layer it, and I think that disgusted me to the idea of meatballs in life.
That would
just
do
like
it.
the greasy chicken at the Roy Rogers, the rotisserie smell. I hate it to this day.
Got multiple food aversions. Okay.
Yes, I do have food aversions. But again, I love pasta. I eat all kinds of pasta, and I always just have sausage with the pasta.
By the way, I started baking my own bread too. And let me tell you something.
I'm in trouble here.
Let me
Can I ask
tell
why
you
though?
something.
But why?
Why? I don't know. Like on some whim. You know what? We have been trying to. It's so hard to make homemade pizza. That's good. It's like one of the simplest kind of dishes you think.
Right.
It's 3 ingredients, but it's
You get the
so
dough?
hard to make it. We struggle. We've been trying to master like homemade pizza for years. I don't know. If anybody has a good homemade pizza recipe, please let me know because we're struggling here. I made it 2 different
3
ways.
entree plan. Mike has a good pizza recipe he does at home.
Oh, okay.
He put together a brick oven at his shore house. He's banging out pies.
I don't
It's crazy.
have a brick oven. I need to use my regular oven.
I know, but I'm just telling you that's how he was making his own. But before that, he would just go to the pizzeria and get the dough from there. And
Yes,
I don't.
I've done that. I've done, just bought the dough. But then I was like, you know what? Let me get the stuff and I'll make the dough, right? It's got to be good, fresh. You get the 00 flour imported from Italy, all the things.
Of course.
And so I happen to have all the ingredients on hand. I don't know what made me, what sparked me to be like, oh, let me bake my own bread. I just saw how easy it was. They've lied to you your whole life. You don't have to let it proof and do all this for days. And, you're not kneading it for an hour. It's so easy. You throw everything in the bowl, mix it up, cover it, put it aside for 2 hours minimum,
Okay.
put it in a Dutch oven, throw it in the oven.
What is a Dutch oven?
It's like a large pot with a lid.
Okay.
And it couldn't be easier. You should see how this bread comes out. It's unbelievable.
I thought it was from a health concern why you did it because I do know that they say our bread is so much worse than it ever was.
Well, that
and
too.
people from other couries come here and they want to know why our bread tastes so sweet. They say we put
all
so
the
much sugars in fructose
There's
it.
corn syrup in it. Yeah. Did you
Yeah.
ever read the ingredients in a loaf of bread? It's not even good.
Huh.
But yeah, I'm gonna bring in bread. You guys will eat bread. I'll make
What the
bread.
flavor bread?
What the flavor?
I mean,
bread.
I got to tell you, that I eat things for what the flavor that I normally don't, just because I'm a good competitor and
Yeah,
everything, and
and
I
I
take part.
appreciate that.
And I usually have a no meatball policy, but award-winning meatballs,
All right, I'll bring them in. I'll bring 'em in.
and everyone's just eating them raw. They're that good.
Not
don't
raw,
even, well, not
but
raw. I mean,
out of
cooked,
right out of the frying pan. Yeah, they're that good.
I'm sure they are. That's. I got to ask you this though.
Yeah.
Do you do any Greek dishes?
I do.
Because I really like lamb.
I do.
And,
Oh no, I don't like lamb. So I
don't do gyros.
no.
Love gyros.
No, I make the dessert, the galacta burica. It's so good.
It sounds good. What is it?
I'll just bring some of that in too. We'll do
So
that
you
one
do
night.
Greek desserts and everything, but not like dinners or anything.
No.
It's good food. I like stuff.
Yeah.
I like Greek stuff.
But yeah, I'm just trying to master pizza right now, and it's so hard. It's like the hardest thing to make, I think.
Yeah, the oven is most of it, right?
Oven and a pizza stone I've been using. Then I did some in a
Oh,
pan
that
last
damn
night.
pizza stone.
We got a wood-fired pizza oven. That's a pain in the ass. Like, that is the biggest pain in the ass. We
Fuck
thought
the
that was
pizza
going to be
stone.
great.
That fucking pizza stone.
You don't like the pizza stone?
I hate that fucking pizza stone. You know who I'm talking to.
Does your pizza stone live in the oven and you have to work around
Every
it?
freaking time I want to get it, so
Michelle,
Michelle can,
I know, I
so she could
touched
heat
it
up
too.
2 slices of pizza. You know, I finally won the battle. It's gone.
Everybody's pizza stone lives in the oven. Where else are you going to
got
put
nowhere to
it?
put
Where
it.
else are you going to put it?
Every time I would have like.
The Pampered Chef pizza stone. Everybody's got one, and they all live in the oven. You just work
It's
around
a little
it.
crisper. A little crisper.
Simply
It's
work
just
around
not
it.
that much.
To reheat pizza, though, I like to do it in a pan, in a frying pan.
When you're making the pizza.
No, to heat it up. Like heating up a piece of pizza, I will put in the frying pan and then like a lid over it. So it gets crispy on the bottom and then the top gets melty. You have to try that. Give it a try.
So you're putting some olive oil as a base
No,
down?
you don't need any.
Straight up flat?
Straight up flat. You put it on like low medium. You watch it so the bottom doesn't
Never.
burn.
No, I've never known this.
Really?
I gotta be honest. If I'm hungry enough, I'll throw it in the fucking microwave. I'll just 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'll just.
Or
do it.
cold.
Yeah.
I mean,
You ever-
I like.
You ever
cold
see
pizza.
Cobra when he starts eating the pizza with the scissors? He takes the scissors.
No.
He's like a mangled cop. He comes home, Stallone.
No.
He starts cutting pizza with scissors.
I almost did that last night. My pizza wheel, like, I need a new one. I mean, it wouldn't cut
Your
anything.
cutter?
Yeah, it's the worst.
I'm good at cutting them. I could cut them.
But when you have a dull cutter, you know why? Because my people put it in the damn dishwasher all the time.
You can't let it sit in there.
It just dulls it. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't put a cutter, or you're not supposed to put knives in the dishwasher either.
No.
Or sharp knives. No, it dulls it. It's like somebody's calling. Who's calling?
It's probably some flack about the pizza stand.
I
Smack
love it.
'em talking.
I love it. But
Oh, this is for you. If a plastic disposable water bottle is BPA free and unopened, it's probably safe to leave in a hot car. Once you crack the seal, drink from it immediately or throw it out. Bacteria from the mouth can flourish in extremely hot temperatures. So
bacteria.
probably safe though.
Okay, so the
You're
BPA isn't
not-
hurting me. It's my own mouth bacteria.
Well, yeah,
That
but
makes sense.
but
I-
it
I'll-
said you're probably safe.
I'll drink to that.
Yes, there you are.
I'll drink my
And thank you
old
for the
car
information.
water.
Yes, do
Thank
that.
you for that.
Yep. People all over New Jersey now drinking old car water. I can drink the Pellegrino that holds my thermos up.
Yeah. Look, I just grabbed the wrong bottle. There was my new one, which I just opened, and this one, and I grabbed this. So, oh well. I'm sure I've had worse. All right. So the consensus, though, of the whole, would you look at the menu before and decide
Oh yeah. Do you want to see what it
if
said?
you can see? But yeah, I think
Yes,
the
let's see what-
consensus was everybody's looking before. I mean, why wouldn't you? We have the technology. Like, don't go in blind.
Yes, I mean I understand just to be ready, but again, I'm a very in the moment with eating out person, and I might see something somebody got over there. I'll tell you what. More
What?
often than not, if I don't know what I want to eat, I have no problem deferring to the wait staff.
Oh, I
I
always
will-
ask what you
yeah,
recommend.
yeah.
The difference between two.
I will ask them because they know they're there. I'm sure.
And then I always like a good special.
How so?
When they
Like
read,
we're doing this today.
Yeah, today's
Yes,
specials
yes.
are da 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 da. So I always pick out what I want from the regular menu, but then hope there's like a really good special.
Yes.
And then I beg the question: do you ask how much the special is?
Market price, you mean when they tell you
No,
that?
but they usually don't tell you like the price of a special, and I never ask. I've never.
Sometimes if it's a lot for them to tell me, like this evening we have bread with portobello mushrooms.
Oh my
this-
gosh, and it's so much,
And
yeah.
he's more or less sung me a song
Uh-huh.
in telling me the specials. I feel compelled that I should at least try something from it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's when I'll be like, what was the second thing?
Right.
Yes.
Or wait, can you repeat that? I always hate to
Yes.
ask them to repeat it.
Yep.
And I never thought of asking the price for a special, but over the holidays, we went to dinner. We always go every year with a group of friends, and Bob got the special. It was 2 5-ounce fillets and, I don't know, like vegetable and potato.
Like steak medallion fillets.
Yeah, 2 like little fillets and I don't know, maybe crab meat or something. Like nothing crazy. It was $85, which was a lot, I think, for 2 5-ounce fillets. But then the fact that they were overcooked, like it wasn't cooked right, like it was
That's
just,
unfortunate.
like he was just so disappointed, and he would never say anything. He would never send it back.
Right.
But like,
Yeah.
if he knew it was $85, he definitely would have gotten it.
Right. Yeah. No, that's, I mean, you know, when you think you're getting something and you're like, all right, I'm going to give this a go, and you get it and you're like, that's not as good as it
But
should
like
have
ever since then, I'm like, I can't believe number one they had the audacity to charge $85 for that. But now I'm like, is it weird? Are you the asshole if you ask for the price of the special?
No, I you know, I'd rather you didn't if you were saying, but you know, at the same time, I if I'm the server, I wouldn't be pissed. What I know servers hate the most is this. What are your soft drinks? We have Coke, we have Diet Coke, Cherry Coke, orange, this and that, and you get all the way to the end, they're like, give me a Coke. They want to they want to kill
all
you.
of them.
They want to kill you. So if you want like Sunkissed, ask for that first.
It's like we have the same shit every other restaurant has.
Yeah,
Like
the
everybody's got
Pepsi
this
products
thing.
or
It's either
Coke
Pepsi or Coke.
Yep.
That's all you got.
Yeah, they die a little bit inside when you make them run through the whole drink menu. I
Which-
don't want to do that.
We learned a couple weeks ago there is a difference between the Pepsi and the Coke. for
Most
sure.
certainly there
Wait,
is.
you're the Pepsi guy, right?
Pepsi, please.
Ooh.
I like the Pepsi. I like them
Gross.
both.
Yeah, it just has a weird aftertaste to me, especially from the can. I don't know.
I
just-
think from growing up around pizza, if people like back in the day, like late 80s, you remember mostly every pizzeria had Pepsi products there.
Did they?
Yo, yeah.
A lot of had
Think about-
RC.
Well, that's
A
good
lot
too.
of places, right, had
Yeah,
RC.
they would have RC. It's not like every single place was cola there. And they would have like the Pepsi menu up there with the fountain cup
Yeah.
and the blue letters and everything around the Pepsi thing.
Pepsi's cheaper.
So that's
the
prop
restaurants.
that yes.
A lot cheaper
Yes.
than the Coke products.
And PepsiCo owns all the food. Whoops.
On that show. What the hell's that show? Not Modern Marvels. The food show.
Foods that made America.
Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it. One of those.
But yes, so I think like that's why, you know, I'd still like a pizza with Pepsi sometimes and everything. Like beer is good with pizza too.
I like a ginger ale.
You're unique.
I love my damn ginger ale.
It's good. No, ginger ale is a great solid soft drink. You know, do you like the cherry, the cranberry one around the holidays?
The best.
I love the cherry 7-Up.
I haven't seen 7-Up in a long time. I mean, I don't buy soda, but do they still make 7-Up?
7-Up is fantastic, and it is because of the effervescence when you add it to the cup.
I haven't seen 7-Up in years. Now that I think about
Oh
it,
yeah, I get the regular cans of 7-Up when I can.
cherry 7-Up. Yeah, that
The
was
cherry 7-Up is around the holidays. Of course, you could add your own cherry, which you
like
know,
the grenadine.
yeah, it's tremendous. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. All right, so that concludes the dinner debate, the dinner menu debate.
Yeah, I mean, you know, but I think you're right. Like some specials, if they are that outrageous, then sure, check it out. I think it's all a risk. You go out to eat, it might be good, it might not be. It's the thrill of the evening, right? You're gonna see
Thrill
what
of the
happens.
night. Let's see
You
what
know,
happens.
Like I don't drink anymore, but I always felt like if I drank, you know, I could go out and if my dinner sucked, I could still get a good buzz going. You know.
Sure.
Like you know, I'll wash that bad dinner down with some vodka and I'll be good. Forget about that, right? I won't be a problem.
That's right. Some espresso martinis.
And that's what dessert has become for me.
Yeah.
I've had some bad dinners and some tremendous desserts.
Desserts.
Yeah.
You know, desserts are so underrated because you're always full and no, you don't have room for dessert.
If you get the third entree, you will have some of that, and some of yours have enough to heat up later, and then you will really go in on dessert. Because you know there's no way between two of you you're finishing 3 entrees.
Right.
The third entree is the way, I'm
I
telling you.
never like to finish my meal out because, like, then I'll have it for lunch the next day, or you
Absolutely.
know, like always, like that's the best.
You ever not take your not feel like bringing your meal home, and then you get home and you're like, why did I do that?
Oh,
like I didn't think I was going to stay up so late tonight. Now I could have really went for that. Oh, bad move.
We went out a couple months ago and we Ubered out because we were going to drink that night and we didn't want to drive. So we Ubered, we went to this restaurant. Then we made a pit stop on the way home to Pete's because our son works there. So we said, oh, let's go see him. So we go. Now I'm schlepping this bag from another restaurant into Pete's with me. Now I'm sitting at the bar. I got my bag here. Got to remember this whole thing all night that I got the food there.
Right.
I remember to bring it home. Get home. And I left it in the car. Left it in like the Uber on the way back.
Because you Ubered, you had to bring the food into the second
Yes,
place.
I had to bring it in with me. I was carrying this bag of food with me all night. And then I left it in the car on the way home.
Okay.
So I didn't even have my leftovers for the next day. I was so upset.
Great moment on this week's Curb Your Enthusiasm. He goes to Beverly Hills and gets this cheese. You would know it if I could remember the name of it. It's a really fancy cheese. He has to stop at Richard Lewis's house to go look at a car with him because it's a used car and he smells sensitive. So he asks his friend, he says, I can't leave the fucking cheese in the car all this time. Can I put it in your refrigerator? He says, I'll come pick it up tomorrow. He comes back. They ate his cheese.
Oh.
They were like, yeah, you left it here. He said, I left it here because it would have melted in the car. Like, you just fucking eat my cheese.
Can't eat the cheese.
And he says, who are you people? Like, that you are my friends. And so he stole their pomegranate juice and just walked out of the house with it. But you couldn't leave it. You had to bring it in, and you left the food in the second car or in the restaurant.
in the second car. I managed to remember to bring it from the second restaurant, but left it in the damn car.
How many Uber drivers are housing wonderful dinners that are just getting left? That would be a good topic. Things that get left in Uber cars.
That would be a good topic.
What kind of amazing
we'll
things?
do that one night. If anybody is an Uber driver and you want to
Please,
be on the
yes.
show, let us know. We'd love
We
to
would
have
love
you.
to hear your Ubi tales.
We sure would.
Yes.
A funny story. Bob, went out with friends, and the same thing. My friend Amy put her leftovers in the refrigerator. She didn't want to leave them in the car. Went home, forgot about them. Sends her husband back over the next day for her leftovers, but Bob ate them before he went to bed.
See?
He ate her leftovers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, poor Amy. I feel bad about that still. Yeah, he ate her leftovers. Like, she was really upset.
I had a friend, his sister worked at a diner, and he had 2 big dogs. So the sister would take the plates and bring it home to them and feed it to the dogs. So like if you had like your pork roll, egg, and cheese and you left like 5 bites of it, she's going to take it to feed to the dogs. They loved it. He told me once, he said, when we went out last night, I was so mangled by the time I got home. I'm in the kitchen. I was so hungry. I started eating the food that she'd bring over the dog. He said, she's sitting on the side of the refrigerator yelling at me going, somebody could have had AIDS or something that ate that. He said, I don't give a fuck. I'm hungry.
Oh, my God.
So whenever I start really delving into leftovers, I think of him just hammering down this cheeseburger from the restaurant.
Yeah, no, I used to work with this kid that did that. Like, as a
Ate the table
server.
food?
Yeah.
This is awesome. What
Yeah.
happened?
No, he would.
Here.
He would like clear a table, and if they didn't want it, and he was something he liked, like he would like, yeah, he would go right in on that.
Oh,
so gross.
yeah, there's.
So gross.
They could have sneezed on it.
He didn't care. I don't know.
He was hungry.
It's just disgusting. Ugh.
Yeah, well, if he placed it, and he'd know what was untouched, right? Like, if they just dug over here,
I
and
don't
left
even
it-
think he cared that much. You know what I mean? He was just like, oh, all right, yeah, they left, half
This is
of this,
interesting.
whatever.
What a character he must have been.
Yes, absolutely, absolute character.
So-
Disgusting, albeit, but
So when Bob ate the friend's food,
yeah.
were they upset or did they just chalk it up like, well, yeah, it's been a day. He didn't want to waste the
Yeah,
good-
she was upset. I mean, not like seriously upset. Like she was disappointed, like she was really looking forward to it for lunch. And, she sends her husband over. Oh, can you grab while you're out, can you stop by and grab my leftovers? I really want to have it for lunch today. And surprise.
Remember The Sopranos when he gets back there and he opens up the fridge and he's like, I've been dreaming about that fucking lo mein. And then they fucking ate it on him like, we didn't think you were coming back. He
Yep.
slams the door.
Yep, it's so true.
I've been dreaming about that lo mein.
It is so true.
It is, yes.
But what else did you do this week? Anything interesting? Anything good?
I had to spend a good amount of time in front of a computer screen getting together business cards because I needed a new set and bookmarks, and it wasn't like arduous. It was, I mean, I got to kind of really design them the way I wanted them to look.
Nice.
And before you know it, it was like day to light, and been in there all that time. But I wanted to use like a local printer or someone from the area.
Cool. We love
but
that.
they were so tied up that he just got back to me with quotes today. So I went online and they had like a 25% off, which, me being a small business, I'm the only employee. I will not get an LLC. I don't have any employees that I need to cover. Michelle's a volunteer. But I was able to mock something up that I'm really, I think, for the Trenton Punk Rock flea market, you have up to 100 items that you can put in what's a swag bag for the first 100 people that arrive.
Oh, cool.
And everybody probably has like a unique thing that they include. Some of them are coupons for discounts for what they're selling there. And in my case, with me, I'm selling books. So I mocked up in combination with the punk rock flea market ad and the alternate cover to my novel. And I did like a burnout design where I will be able to sign it on the white. So I could do an event exclusive poster that would just be for that event.
Cool.
So, me being like a comic book person and everything, I always like those kind of unique things that you can only get at the one place. So I thought that would be something kind of unique I could offer for the bags. So I'll have those posters. I'm going to be signing away, getting them all ready.
Can you tell everybody about the event again?
Yes, thank you. The Trenton Punk Rock Flea Market is Saturday and Sunday, April 6th and 7th. I will be there April 7th. There are still 2 and single day passes available from Ticketmaster. And I talked about Sylvester Stallone cutting the pizza with the scissors in the movie Cobra. Guitarist Gene Bonneau, I believe is his name. He is the composer for the music in the motion picture soundtrack Cobra. And there will be other music performers as well as vendors and everyone else that you could possibly think of. There's even a taxidermist with goats and other incredible animals that will have for sale. So I'm looking forward to it. New Jersey Cure Arena. And it should be a blast. If you already have your copies of Time the Avenger, please bring them. I'd love to sign them for you. And please leave a review online if you have read the book and enjoyed it, or even if you didn't. Say something. This
Right.
silent majority, I don't know what I'm going to do with you people.
Get the book. It's so good.
Thank you,
And
Tracy.
then definitely leave a review.
Yeah, leave a review.
It's
You're
easy.
probably leaving a review for your toothpaste.
That's
and
right.
not the book.
That's right.
You're
That's right.
texting
You
me
know
about
it.
the book. Loved it. Yeah, leave a review.
Leave a review. So
Please.
easy, and it helps so much.
Thank you. Yes.
So did you say a taxidermist?
Yeah. There was like rams, rams.
Wait, they're going to be at the event.
He's got many things stuffed.
So like I could get my dog stuffed when he goes.
Okay, that's a good question. We never offered that service at the crematorium, but I believe there are people who do that. Sometimes
I wonder what it costs.
this is where it gets tricky. Sometimes someone buries a pet, and then they do want they want it taxidermed. And I think it's very difficult for a pet to be exhumed and then taxidermed.
Yeah.
But if you do it at the point, of course, I think that's very possible. But would you want that?
I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. It's kind of weird, right?
I always say Selena, when she lays there, she looks like a little stuffed animal. But I like that she's alive and moves.
Yeah.
You know, like
yeah.
I think, you know, if you never had them alive in the first place, then stuffed would be fine. Like you could probably buy some other person's stuffed Doberman Pinscher and enjoy it.
Right.
But if it was yours and then he's stuffed, not so much.
No, I think I'll just cremate him, keep his ashes. And my son had, for my birthday a few years ago, he commissioned an oil painting of my dog.
You love this dog.
I love it. This dog is my baby. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The dog that I
What a great idea by your son, by the way.
I know.
What a unique,
Noah,
wonderful present.
Yes. Probably one of the best presents
I
I've ever
believe
received.
it, yes.
I mean, it was really the best present. Just my daughter's so mad still because she's like.
She can't top it.
Exactly.
You ain't topping
exactly.
this one.
Can't top it. Nope. Yeah, the oil painting of the dog.
No, that's beautiful.
Or, you know, for Michelle, you should get a portrait of your cat. Think about it.
Yeah. No, I'm thinking, you ever do that thing where you can turn your photos into comic art?
The logo, right?
Exactly. Yes. Like Tracy's logo, I did a picture of my cat, and I was trying to picture what a painting would look like in that. Oil paintings are very nice. I always like paintings.
Oh man, really the best gift.
Yeah, no,
I
that's
treasure
incredible.
that always. But moving on, do we want to do flavor of the week? Yeah.
We have to.
Should we do? Yeah, I don't think we did it last week, right?
We didn't do it last week.
We can do the Korean cakes, or Ruben's mic is dead. We could do the Korean cakes from H Mart,
Just talk in this mic when you come out.
Oh, my battery died.
or just come out.
Okay. Yeah, just put it at a medium. We'll see.
There we go.
Oh, he fixed
There's
it.
the voice.
Do you want me to
What is-
bring my chips out?
Yeah, let's do the.
Okay.
Are they African chips?
Yeah, the
right?
African chips you still have.
We got the African chips.
Okay. Give me one moment. I'll be
Thanks,
right there.
Rube. Flavor of the week. So while we're waiting for flavor of the WTF with the flavor, tell me, did you have a WTF moment of the week?
Yeah, I got a moment. This was forgotten.
You just
This was
remembered?
amazingly
Tell me
forgotten.
all about it.
Because last week I talked about the Trank people and the zombies in Kensington and all that, and how that just blew my mind. That was like the night before. But not last week, the Wednesday before. I leave here, Wednesday evening, leaving Hamilton Radio to go home. I'm about 2 miles from my house. I come to a major intersection, but it's a hill coming down. So you're kind of looking at the light, and unless there's a couple cars in front, you ain't really looking at them. And I just see brake lights in front of me. I stop on the brakes. My intuition tells me pull alongside of this car. The light is green. The car is stopped. There are many, many personal effects inside of this car. There is a sleeping bag. It looks like a person's living in the car.
Uh-huh.
I throw my hazard on. This is a busy intersection. So, like, I pull alongside the stopped car. And the whole time I'm saying, what are you doing? I get out. I see a man, 60s, early 70s, white beard, eyes shut, like this.
No.
Dead man at the light, green in front of me. Why am I stopping? I'm saying to myself, I'm going to be out here all fucking night with the cops and everything. Like
Right.
if this,
What did you
if this
say?
bastard
Oh,
died in the
Jesus.
road and I had to call for him. So I get out, I hit the flashlight on my car. And again, I'm just seeing, and I'm like, he could have killed somebody and they knocked him out in the struggle when they were trying to escape. I tap on the window, nothing. Three
you.
times. Flashlight from the phone in his face. People behind him going to me, what are you doing? I'm like, the guy, he's not moving in the
Helping
car.
him, yeah.
He gets up. He don't know where he is. He's petrified. He's in the middle. He's the first car in the intersection. He looks at me, eventually rolls down the window, and I'm like, giving him the roll down the window sign. And I'm like, are you okay? He says the following to me. Sorry, I had it in neutral. WTF, buddy? Do you think I really get out of my car and tap on the window of every car that didn't just go green at the light and take off? He's like, I had it in neutral. I said, you were sleeping.
You had your brain in neutral.
He said, I'm all right. And he eventually saw, and the people again behind me are like, "Rah." I'm like, it's okay. And they're like, yeah, thanks, fuckface. We just want to go down the road. Yeah. So
Well, you did the right thing to
you did the right
see
thing,
if you
Jason.
needed assistance.
that's the good deed for the decade.
Absolutely.
Well, I had a similar experience on my block in Trenton. A guy actually had a heart attack and crashed into 3 cars. Miraculously missed my car on the block when they're parked. And I call, I knock on the window, looks like he did, see if he's okay.
Yeah.
So I call 911 up. The cops come. The guy goes, he's DOA. And the cop's like, can you help me with him? I was like,
See what happens? You see what happens now? You see what turn this took?
I was like,
yeah. Now you're moving bodies.
"No, I'm moving bodies."
Yeah. Now you're
Dude-
moving bodies.
It wasn't light either. I was like,
Wow.
I don't want to touch a dead body. He just died. He's gonna be okay. I need your help.
I like that. It's okay that he just died. It's not like he stinks, Ruben. Grab his arms.
Grab his arm.
Oh, wow.
I said, I hope I get one of those PBA cards for this.
Did
Did they? Did he
Yeah.
give you a card?
No.
Oh,
Now
well,
that should
sure.
warrant at
Yeah,
least for the year,
something.
at least a year-long PBA.
Yeah.
But it's it is your human nature, and you see someone distressed. I mean, somebody could have slammed right. This was that kind of road where you could have drove right into him.
Yeah.
And if you had to ask me if I'm good or bad, I know I'm good because I did it.
You did your civic duty.
You did your
Right.
civic duty.
Thank
Right,
you.
but it was just like this is also how horror movies start for people, right? Go up to a car trying to be a good schmuck of the day,
Samaritan.
and you walk over there, and you're in the car now, and he's driving, and somebody else is holding you down in the back. Never let yourself get taken.
No.
Never let yourself get taken to the second location.
That's right. 'cause
That's a
you're
rule
gonna
for us
die.
all.
Yeah.
Never the second location.
Yep.
Yep.
Because you're not coming
You
back.
know.
I
You
know.
know.
I know. My true crime. I know all those.
You never come back.
Do you think that he was just narcoleptic and just had an episode, or was he on drugs? Do you think
He was old. He
He
looked
was just old.
he looked like Brian, the actor from Succession,
Oh.
Logan Roy, X-Men, Brian Cox.
Oh, Brian Cox. Oh.
He looked Brian Cox-esque with a little more weight and worse for the wear. And again, appeared to be living in the vehicle that was in neutral. The hell it was. He was, and me, I'm like, Ari, you were sleeping.
No, it wasn't.
Well, growing up,
Neutral
we
my
had
foot.
our family doctor was narcoleptic.
Oh.
And you would be in the exam room, and he
No,
would
Trace.
just nod out and go to sleep, and
That's
Can you
outstanding.
imagine
he would just wait till he woke up. It was like,
Can you imagine
you
he's in the middle of a surgery?
but
he's sitting
well,
there
he
like-
didn't do
like-
surgery.
like-
But you knew he was always running late. His appointments were always running
gonna
late.
be a few
but
minutes.
Like,
I mean,
doctor.
without fail, he would
What a
just
horrible
nod off
affliction, though.
in the middle of a sentence.
Dr.
Yes.
Smith,
I had a
are you
coworker
going to
at
open up the body or what?
Yeah. I had a coworker that was narcoleptic, and it was when I was the credit manager at the Trentonian on Perry Street. We were in the upstairs, and the bad thing was, well, the good thing about the job was she was the person that if people didn't get their newspaper, they would call and let know, and she'd dispatch another paper out to you. So she just had to power through a good part of the morning, and it was all right if the narcolepsy kicked in,
I always want to know, do you wake them up? Or do you let them just naturally, they say, somebody sleepwalking, don't wake them up. Is that the same? Is that along the same lines,
They'll karate chop you and kill you if you wake them up,
Exactly.
right?
You don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't know, but I think they would just let her be and a gentle tapping or something to let her know. But the job knew it.
You have to ask Allie. We worked with somebody that had narcolepsy as well. We'll
It's
talk about this next week, too. It's so good.
narcolepsy. Okay, Uber things left in Uber. Narcolepsy. What else did you have earlier?
I don't know. I'll have to watch the tape. We'll have to watch the
Golden ladle
playback.
meatball try.
Yeah. Bread. I'm gonna make. Well, you won't eat meatballs, but I'll make the bread, and I'm gonna get.
You ain't gonna
sourdough.
bend on this. Did you hear her say? Tracy's very modest to a certain degree. But she's talking
I'm like,
how
they are
good these
award-winning,
meatballs are.
and I've got the
Well,
trophy
you
to
know,
prove it.
like-
So modest.
She said that damn good. They don't even want all the extra trimmings with
I
these
haven't had any
meatballs.
meat in like 27
He
years.
can't. He'll get so violently ill. He won't
yeah,
enjoy
we'll
it.
get ill.
But
Okay,
I don't
well-
have enzymes anymore to
to digest
just the
it.
meat.
What do we have for flavor of the week?
I'm sorry,
What the
Ribbon, I
flavor?
forgot
I'm
about
sorry.
that. I thought it was just a
WTF.
But I'll tell you
lifestyle.
this.
I thought it was a lifestyle choice.
Choice.
It's an affliction.
Well, it was kind of a little lifestyle choice because I got rid of a lot of my allergies when I became vegetarian.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, I had them terrible. I get nosebleeds.
Oh
I
man.
couldn't walk in the woods, stuff like that.
Vegetarian, very good for the temperament, very good for the skin.
Not only
Right.
vegetarian, you're vegan, right?
No, vegetarian.
Oh, you're not vegan.
No, I still like cheese from time to time.
Okay.
That's the only thing I'll have from
I
time to
see.
time is cheese. Like on a
Nice.
pizza, but it's like once a month I might have like a slice or two of pizza.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
But some people say that I'm still vegan with the cheese.
Is it easier to just say you're vegan when in social situations
Yeah.
to cut out any?
Got out BS.
Yes. Yeah, I get it.
It is.
I get it.
I just say vegan right there. Bang.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you one thing. Like, one thing I don't like about like what they do for vegans or / vegetarians is that every time you get a sandwich, it's always mushrooms, eggplant, peppers, onions, and squash. It's never.
These are the come withs with
Yeah,
all
the
the
come-
sandwiches. These
Yeah.
are the add-ons.
Yeah,
Okay.
There's no like spinach or tomato, cucumber, kale
But I would have to argue that
or spinach.
in present day is the best time to be alive for a vegan person.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Those-
you
or
have
somebody with a gluten affliction. Yeah.
He's right.
God bless.
Because
Thank you.
Bless you. Yeah, it was really hard. I mean, it's tough. Especially in the South.
Yeah.
It was really hard. When I was at the Olympics
Mm-hmm.
and in '96, it was hard to find a vegan restaurant. I had to go to Seventh-day Adventist Church to get my meals.
Wow.
Some of my meals, yeah. But to your call, like for Tracy, I did do it for my grandmother because I was just getting on to be a vegetarian.
I see.
My dad ordered me a box load of Omaha steaks.
Oh, the Omaha steaks.
And that was the deciding factor. I'm not even going to eat these Omaha steaks, right?
Yeah. I said, my grandma was like, well, your daddy sent this all the way from Washington. And I was like, all right, I'll have one or two.
And that was the last.
That was the last. No, technically my last one it was supposed to be my last. But this drunk guy, this is an interesting story. This drunk guy was on the train, right?
Love the drunk guy on the train.
And,
He comes into the fold.
He comes in, he sits down where I'm at, then he goes, hey man, it's my birthday, and I want to celebrate. I'm turning 40, and my girl, she ain't here. I had nobody to celebrate with, so
Is his
I want
mic
to
on?
buy you, a steak. He goes, I tell him I just stopped eating steak. I don't want any, right? He goes, hombre, don't worry about it. I just want all this money, and I'm going to give you anything you want to eat. I'm going to tip the waitress, and the waitress
There
comes
he
by.
goes with his ass in his.
Yeah, that's all they see. That's all they see. Can't you get a rolling chair like the doctor uses? You could roll out.
Chair.
Yeah, or sit in the damn
please.
chair. We got 9 chairs over here.
Yeah, what's the flavor, Valerie? Tell us his story, because we're
all right.
we're running late.
Yeah,
We'll
run
bring
late,
you back
run
to
late.
speed. The man
Okay.
is drunk. He
Okay,
wants
the
to
bud-
order
the bud-
Ruben a
What's the
steak.
fire-
That is
Steak.
drunk, and he invites me to steak, so he goes, muchacho. Oh, sorry. He goes, muchacho, you're the only one that's been nice to me. So here's $50 in a steak, and I'm going to chip the waitress, $50 too, because I just want all this money in the casino.
Oh, guys have it. I love
Yeah.
stories about people having good days, much
Oh,
better
yeah.
than the usual. These are
Hey,
good.
I said, shoot, I said, I would just become a vegetarian too. And I said, it's like every time I'm starting, and somebody's like,
They're trying to derail you
Derail me, yeah.
from becoming a vegetarian.
Yes.
yeah.
Maybe it's the universe.
Yeah,
just
universe.
saying, not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Not
Just
yet.
not yet.
Like a vampire seeing his last sunset.
Yeah, or his last bit of blood.
Yeah, the Omaha steak was the last sunset.
Yeah, I said that's it.
Yep.
That's the last sunset.
Yep.
And it took me a while too because when I was at Mercer, my new boss, we became good friends. Unfortunately, he passed away of COVID. 2 years ago.
Oh,
We
I'm
became
sorry.
good friends and
Okay.
brothers. He was my mentor, at the college, and he challenged me. And again, I'm getting railroaded here. The shrimp box down in Point Pleasant.
Oh, love the shrimp box. That little restaurant.
Yeah,
In Point. Is
and
it Point Pleasant?
Point Pleasant. Yeah, right on the docks.
On the yeah.
Yeah, right on,
On the
docks.
inlet.
No,
Like
right on
the-
the
yeah.
inlet. Right on the inlet in Point Pleasant. Very good restaurant.
Very good.
Is that the one where the boats? You could see the boats out the window of the
Yeah,
restaurant.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember.
that's
that.
the one.
I remember there. That is
Well,
wonderful.
He
Yeah.
challenged me.
Shrimp box challenge.
Jim First challenge was to eat a big breasted chicken all in one setting. Oh, yeah, eat a big breasted chicken all in one setting at the shrimp box. And he said if I could eat it all, he'll treat me with his family, his wife and his kids, the whole day. I had to pay for nothing. That was the challenge. And I said, dude, you're railroading me too. He goes, I told him the story about what happened to
Yeah.
The man on the
Just
train.
can't
the man
get
on the
vegan
train, my
or
grandmother
can't get
in
vegetarian.
Atlanta, and now you. It took me, in the span of 3 years, the homemade steak, the soy steak, and then the chicken. And I said, this is the last straw.
Did you
you
meet
eat
the
the
challenge?
chicken?
I made the challenge.
You,
And you ate the
defeated
chicken.
the chicken.
I fasted the day before.
Okay.
Oh, this was in advance. This wasn't on the spot.
You
This
know.
was chicken challenge
This
laid
is
down.
yeah, exactly. Because I was known to eat a lot. And everybody was like,
He who eats much
Chicken.
much food may conquer the chicken.
chicken.
And you
Chicken
made
challenge.
and you.
I ate the whole thing. Yep.
Successfully.
6 5, they ate
ate
the
the
whole
whole chicken.
thing. And even the waitress came by and goes, I never seen anybody eat the whole thing like that.
Did they give you a T-shirt at least?
No, they actually
Outdoors, right?
actually believe it or not,
What was it?
I don't know if they
Get
did
some
this for
raincoats
anybody.
from the kids.
And
Great
I wish we
movie.
had cell phones and everything at the time. We don't have like the little flippy ones.
Right, right.
98.
Right.
And the waitress and I remember the owner comes by and goes, normally people have to take that home, but I was very impressed. I'm not going to even charge them for the meal.
Nice. Well, kudos
Super
to you.
producer Ruben Rodriguez,
Now-
champion of the Shrimp Box
Shrimp
Point
Box.
Pleasant Chicken Challenge.
Yeah. But the thing is about it.
Large-breasted
Yeah.
chicken challenge.
Look,
Yeah.
okay.
That's his challenge. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if Shrimp Box actually had the challenge like that, but it was my boss's challenge at the
Alright.
time.
Well, congrats.
And I remember the owner was
And
impressed.
that was the last meeting.
That was the last
Of
meat.
meat.
It was 1998, and that was chicken. Steak was 97, and the chicken was 98.
97.
Now, will you eat? Because you've had like meat flavored chips or something. Didn't we do
Well-
like barbecue rib
Well,
chips or
technically,
something?
meat doesn't have flavor. It's all the spices and
Correct.
herbs and spices.
So you can.
yeah,
that's
because
the-
I always
the
ask
word
people
on
this:
it.
if I made you a
Cook it
steak,
in.
Yeah.
right? Because I know everybody loves steak. I made you one with like the adobe spice, garlic, a little dash of oregano, mix it with the spices, maybe put a little olive oil on it, really let the juices seep in there. And I'll take one, I just throw it on there on the grill. And which one would you choose?
Honestly.
The plain one? Or the
Honestly,
one with herbs and spices?
just with salt.
Okay.
That's what you like on
Just salt.
Just salt?
Yeah.
Okay.
And how do you prefer yours cooked?
Medium rare to rare. I like a rare.
Too rare.
Yeah.
She likes the flavor of the
Oh,
steak.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
mostly it's usually the herbs and the spices that people
No,
like the most.
Just want salt.
Because I'll make this one really short. I went on this.
I don't think you can.
Oh, I will. This one be like 40 seconds. This would be
flavor of the week. Why we're
all right.
listening.
Okay, this is the flavor of the week here. We got these African chips.
Okay. And these, go ahead, Trace.
Trace?
All right, we have African
Yeah.
style potato chips. West African sweet peanut.
Yeah.
And what's that one?
That,
East
go ahead.
African.
It's on
Barbecue. East Africa. You got peanut, and I got barbecue
Chili.
chili.
Green Sahara,
Yeah.
African-style potato chips. So West African sweet peanut.
So,
And I gotta tell
so
you,
somebody made a barbecue chip and it was like, well, it needs chili in it.
The store I
Okay.
got them from doesn't sell them anymore.
Okay.
Limited edition.
Edition.
Must be a limited edition. I can't find them anywhere
Limited
else.
edition
Limited
Green
edition.
Sahara chips.
I looked everywhere.
WTF.
I looked everywhere for
Pre-Easter episode.
them. If anybody knows where they're selling them at, let me know. Because
We got an all points bulletin out on West African, East African barbecue
Okay.
chips and peanut chips.
I'm gonna say the first. How's this smell?
Strong,
Okay. This
like
smells like
chili and barbecue.
It smells like a dog food.
Is
Let me
it?
clean the palate.
Okay,
Yep,
yours
can you apply
smell
it?
good.
Can you apply it? Can you apply it?
Smells like dog food.
I'm getting Alpo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dry Alpo.
All right, these smell good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's
All right.
go. I'm
All right,
going to
you
go
got
with
your
the
napkin
West African. All right, so while we're doing this, Ruben, what's your story?
Okay. Well,
Well,
you know I do it with a lot of churches. So the churches,
Yeah.
this one ministry group did is a retreat for fathers and their sons,
Mm-hmm.
and so I bring my own stuff. Like I'm like one of those guys. I bring my own spices with me,
yeah.
and I got a little carrying tray.
Do you bring
Wait.
your spices?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of guys running around with backpacks of spices? You said I'm one of the guys. Like, is this
Well,
often?
Hey, if I'm gonna cook, for myself, I gotta make sure I got the right stuff. And
Is that Alpo?
You already got them. Did you get one of these?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Which one do you have?
This one I have. I don't have this one.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. And so, of course, I'm the only vegetarian
Yeah.
inside the group.
With your own spices.
And when I start cooking, everybody's saying like, "Oh, Ruben, here's some trees and twigs for you."
You do
You're
get a
gonna go-
lot of flack.
Yeah, I do. I get a lot of
in
flack,
this.
right?
Yeah, I see.
But then when I started cooking, and everybody started smelling those spices and cooking on the thing,
Right?
they're like, "Hey, Ruben, let me get a little taste of that." I said, "Nah, man, you having that flesh and that's."
They were wanting the
Yeah.
aroma of the good
What
spice.
spices do you like to cook with?
I like. I normally cook with. Sometimes I cook with a cumin, garlic, oregano. I love using garlic and oregano on a lot of things. I use sea salt or Himalaya salt. It's a lot more
Wonderful
healthier.
salts. The
Yep.
pink Himalaya salt,
Himalaya
one of
salt.
my favorites.
Yep. And okay.
Hear me out on the salt.
Yeah.
Celtic sea salt. It's even better. It has more minerals than
Oh,
the
really?
Himalayan sea salt.
Celtic, huh?
Celtic.
Sea salt. Yeah, it's supposed to be very, very good for you.
Really? Mm-hmm. I want to look that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Celtic sea salt. Oh, thanks, Trace.
You're welcome. Well, go ahead. Carry on.
Oh, so to make a long story short, I was trying to say is sometimes we like the flavor or something like the
Which
herbs
one?
and spices.
I had to smell to remember which one was which before I
Yeah.
put them out.
Yeah, this one I'm not feeling too much.
All right, African style.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that one.
Sweet. Oh, no, that's sweet peanut. What's that one?
This one's African barbecue chili. That should be this one.
They both have a little kick to them.
Yeah.
I think the Alpo one, it tastes much better than it smells.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm liking the non-alcohol one. I've eaten almost all of this pile.
Margo?
A very good, sufficient chip. Good texture, nice crunch to it, not too
Yeah.
much. And yeah, it's a pretty solid chip, this one.
It's got just the right kick, right?
Yeah, now I'm scared to move on to this one because I'm going to be I think
It tastes much better than it smells.
Smells.
I'm
Yeah.
rinsing. Okay,
It's not bad. It's pretty good.
very positive on the, and again, I usually don't like a lot of flavors. That was
Right.
the first one, right?
That was the African one. I think that's the
spicy.
clear one. This is this one, the chili. And
Yes.
That's the chili one, and that's the
peanut.
The peanut.
All right, going in now for
Peanut.
let me rinse.
Oh yeah, Richard.
Yeah, they taste. It's much better than it
Then you
smells.
smell.
Yeah.
It's like one of those. Sometimes you have something that tastes better than it smells, and then sometimes you have something that tastes good but has a bad aftertaste.
Today's what the flavor are brought to us by Green Sahara.
They're both
Green
solid.
Sahara.
I think they're both solid.
Difficult to find locally, except
Yeah,
here.
I got these at
But I'm sure you can get it on Amazon.
probably because I got them at the grocery outlet store, and then I don't see it in the store anymore. I looked in ShopRite, I looked in Aldi's, I looked in Whole Foods. And I also looked in what's the other store, Wegmans, and I could not find them.
I'm gonna give both of these a 9.
A 9?
I like solid
Yeah.
flavor, and they have like just the right amount of kick.
I can agree with that.
They're just different, unique.
Yeah.
You would think this one would be the overpowering flavor, though.
The peanut
When this one has more, this one has more flavor.
More flavor.
They're
Than-
both
than
good
this
though.
one.
It's
With
more
all
of
the
a-
seasoning.
You can see it.
Yeah, you
They're
can
both
see
good.
the
Yeah,
see all the
Just
seasoning
the
on
one
it.
just
Both,
doesn't
both
smell good.
decent chips. Again,
Yeah.
I would prefer to have the first choice, the
Barbecue.
barbecue chili, and it. I think the flavor of the barbecue is the chili.
Yeah.
It's not a barbecue chip with chili,
Chili.
which goes by my one component rule that I always have, where I only want one thing.
One thing.
I don't want sour cream, barbecue, and onion. Too much.
Too much.
Make me sick,
Sour cream.
nauseous. We eat with sandwich.
What about like cheese?
Overpowers the sandwich.
Or about like cheese and sour cream chips?
But I actually like
It's like cream on top of cream.
Yeah.
this
And
one.
cheese.
My favorite was the East African barbecue chili.
I thought the
Very
chili one was going to be hot, but it's actually not that hot. It's like a sweetness. You okay, Tracy? Tracy, you okay?
The spice got
Oh,
me.
Oh, it kicked in?
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, what do you rate
Okay.
it?
9.
Solid rating.
I got a 9.
You go 9 on it, huh?
I
you
like
gave,
it.
You gave double 8s, right?
I gave them both a 9. I like it's just a unique flavor. Both of them have a very unique flavor
Oh, yeah, I feel the chili.
and the
now.
perfect amount of spice. I like
I
it.
think the
I like it a
vanilla
lot.
chip
It's
with the chili.
so many times
back
we
to
we
that
get
one.
these chips and like there's just not enough
Jason, you could take them home.
flavor on them.
Thank you, Ruben.
Yeah.
You know, like we get them and there's just like not enough like
They
flavor
look
to
like
it.
there would be, right.
Yeah.
Jason, you want to take it to the young man? Is that one of it?
No, it'll be too spicy for him. He definitely won't like it. So,
Oh, okay.
but thank you.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'll go solid 8 on this one, and the one that for the smell we gotta
Yeah.
take off.
Yeah, that's
Oh
why.
yeah.
But being better than it smelled, 7 on that one.
Yeah.
All right.
But,
All right.
Very good for
Very
this
good
one.
food.
Very surprised by this one.
Yeah. I mean, depending on the chip one, the chili one,
Yeah.
some of them were very light, but I ate a chip and I really felt the chili.
Well, we've run out of time again.
Yes, that's
There's still so much to talk about.
Yeah.
know.
So much to talk about, so much more to learn.
I know.
There's so much out there, and there's so much news going on.
So come back next week, guys. Watch
7
us
o'clock.
next week, Little Effers,
April 3rd?
at 7 p.m. our new time. And I'm going to say
That's
about
why
my
I went like this,
WTF
I was saying the April 3rd.
moment of the week, which all the nonsense going on with Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
P. Diddy the Diddler.
Diddy did it.
Diddy the
Did he?
Diddler.
Did he did it?
He sure did.
You want to have nightmares when you go to sleep? Watch the video of him with the Justin Bieber sleepover when he was 40 years old. You'll never look at
Crazy.
either the same way
Crazy
again.
craziness. I want to talk about that next week and that movie Quiet on the Set. It just came out. I haven't seen it yet. It's about the child stars on Nickelodeon. Like all this like is coming
He
to
was
light.
on an episode of the show.
I saw that with the helicopter. Oh, we'll get to this next week, guys.
Oh,
Little
yeah.
Effers, join us next week. Our
Join
new
us next
time,
week,
7 o'clock.
7
We'll see you
p.m.
then. Be
Comment.
there.
Oh,
Thank
wait,
you.
Review,
I gotta close
subscribe.
you out.
All the things.
Ruben, take us out of here.
Do all the
Messing
things.
around.
Comment, like, and share,
Yes.
and get your tickets to the Trenton Punk Rock Flea Market, April 6th and 7th. This guy will only be there on Sunday,
Sunday
April
the 7th.
signing his book. So go on Sunday. Yeah,
Please come on Sunday.
I'm gonna go too. I'm gonna check
Enjoy
it out.
yourself.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna make the
Be a
rounds.
glorious time. And Tracy will be there as well.
Yeah, if you see me, come say hi.
Yeah.
We'll hang out.
Talk about all the things you have not commented about in person.
That's correct. And we'll have new questions too.
And we're out.
Thank you for watching WTF with Tracy and Friends. WTF with Tracy and Friends is brought to you courtesy of Hamilton Radio. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and tune back in next Wednesday with another episode of WTF with Tracy and Friends. The most fun you can have on a Wednesday with your clothes on